Yo, what is good, bro? Got Tone West with me. This is Session with Will, episode number
Yeah,
1. How's everything going with you, bro?
it's good, bro. Everything's good. Just like dealing with everything that's going on in this world. It's crazy out here. I know
Yeah,
we got
most
a lot to
definitely,
talk
man.
about on that.
Indeed. Social justice issues. We got COVID, everything going on right
Yeah,
now. Just trying to keep a better headspace throughout all of this. Just trying to keep the
right.
headspace strong because I know definitely just even with social media alone, you just scrolling your mind could just go left field. Sometimes you just got to kind of withdraw yourself from it.
Definitely. Especially, I mean, it's like the only thing you can see right now is just like all this bad stuff happening. And, like a lot of people lost their jobs. It's just like a really crazy time that we live in right now. And like, I feel like we'll be talking to our grandkids and our kids about like, because a lot of stuff that gets changed now is going to be like a lot of stuff that
Oh
is
yeah,
in the
most
history
definitely.
books. Cause yeah, like all stuff that's going to change, especially this election. We live. This is like almost like comparable. I mean, not comparable to like, but like stuff our parents probably went through in like the
Word.
'60s and '70s and stuff with race wars and stuff. But yeah, it's a crazy time, but I love it just like seeing it because I feel like we're growing as a nation and like
Definitely. I feel like we're for the like history wise, 2020 is definitely in the books already. Like there's nothing else that really even need to happen. Hopefully everything just calms down and we could kind of definitely get back on a better accord with things. But as far as the election, definitely. I wouldn't say comparable either, but it's definitely like some history right there. Cause like I was also just reading that Trump was saying something about dropping out if the votes don't look right or something like that. If he don't pick up his numbers or something. Cause I know you
yeah,
more into politics than I am, definitely, right? You got like a
right.
background on it.
Not, I don't
Yeah.
really have a background. I just been just looking it up for a good while.
Okay. Word.
Yeah,
Most
I want to
definitely.
get into it though. Definitely
Yeah.
when I get like a look, like to my 30s and stuff like that. That's something I want to get into. But where did
Definitely.
you see that he said that? I had saw that too, but I forget. It was like on Twitter, so I didn't get to see if it was
Yeah.
like credible.
Certain stuff I'm like iffy on diving into because
Yeah,
sometimes it's just like fake news and that's like 85% of the stuff. But I know I've seen it a few more times after that, and I was like, all right, this must be something that some source got to be saying this. I think
mm,
I feel like funny thing is I feel like Little Duval posted it, and I feel like a couple other people posted that. But
I can see it happening. He probably doesn't want to lose bad, and I think like just what we were saying, like the country's growing, like that whole being racist stuff, like yeah, it's here, but it's really the minority. You know what I mean? The
definitely,
majority is like people who just being progressive and like past all that shit. And I think
yeah,
like you saw his rally, it was like, you know, it's funny they trolled him with like the seats and stuff
exactly.
that I forget what jet that it's like an
They
Asian
like,
band or something.
yeah, I think they like grab seats and didn't show
K-pop
up.
or
Like they
something.
just
Yeah,
grabbed
had
seats
all
just to
their
grab it.
fans there. And
Yeah,
he's talking like, yo, we got a million tickets, like we might not have seats. And like he used to have rallies that filled out like that,
yeah,
but I feel like people just starting to see like, yo, this dude just full of himself, like doesn't care about
exactly.
people's safety,
Which
anything.
they should have been figured that out, but man,
Right,
better late than never, to be honest on that.
right.
And and as far as like mindset goes throughout all of this, like how have you been as far as like your writing process or like I know you doing music. How has this affected you creatively, either negatively or even positively?
I say it gives me like a lot of time to like just sit back, and I think that's just the best part. Like everybody's got to hit that like refresh and do that. But I say like writing wise, it's definitely helped because like I'm definitely writing, creating content, or like freestyling, and just coming up with stuff. And it actually inspired me to like write more stuff that's like, talking about everything that's going on, which is different from a lot of
Exactly.
my music. And that's always something I wanted to get into. Like at some point, so it was good that this all came around because I think people are gonna like that hearing that. But then also I got like a lot of songs that I'm probably gonna drop like maybe in like a month or two, whenever it feels right. Because all this stuff, I just don't feel like it's the right time to drop anything.
I feel you definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I got some good like feel good music, that people are gonna enjoy like just coming out of this. I say like look out for it like late summer.
Word. Because I definitely feel like with experience that we've been definitely dealing with, I know like some good art has been created throughout all of this, especially if it's writing or if it's like graphic design. Some amazing artists definitely had more time to kind of like digest the experience rather than, with what we've been going on. A lot of people might go to work and knock off their head, or like they go out to the club or whatever, enjoy their weekend, enjoy their night, and like what kind of happened previously. I feel like with us being in quarantine and locked down in a way, the things that happened, we kind of actually sat and digested this time more than any other time anything has ever happened in our generation. Like we definitely had more time to analyze and sit back and dive into it more. So I know like when people start dropping music, writing, definitely more experience, definitely more content in what they're saying or whatever they're creating. That's what because as far as for me, I feel like it was definitely like a balance between negative and positive as far as the whole quarantine and protests and everything. It definitely kind of gave me time to kind of definitely like put a reset button, sit back, analyze. I've been journaling more. I've been writing myself a little bit just to kind of, put whatever is in my head on a piece of paper to kind of try to like get it out of my head. So I'm not just steady thinking and being in like panic mode, being in more of a calm mode, being more like narrow and set with my thoughts instead of being
you
sporadic.
like writing it better, writing down.
I like
a journal. So
I like
how
ink
do you
on
feel
paper
like that
better.
helps you? Because I've been thinking
definitely.
about like doing something like that.
Cause like in my notes is cool, but like I like it better when it's like pen to paper. It feels more like authentic. It feels more like dramatic in a way. Like you get more like whatever your emotion or thought out better. In my opinion, I feel like I definitely have gotten, better writing if I'm like actually writing it down better than like typing it in my notes or something. Definitely.
Yeah. I'm not looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have been. I feel like I've been journaling for a while now, as far as just like throughout the day, if I ever got like an idea or like a design that I want to work on, I kind of just jot it down just to kind of keep it fresh in my head. Or if it's like a quick experience altercation with a person, I feel like it was genuine and unique, and sometimes I kind of sit and try to jot it down. But I've been trying to like actually write down like a couple verses here and there just to see how I feel about like rapping or writing, because I definitely been influenced a lot, been inspired by a lot, kind of trying to see how I like writing and how the phrases and everything breaks down.
Yeah, I know you got some bars in there.
Definitely
got some bars in the book. Yeah.
Feel me, man? And you feel me? How New Jersey is a lot to be inspired by. A lot of us, a lot of creatives up and coming. I'm glad to see that all of us is well and healthy and focused. I check on some of us from time to time to see how everyone doing, making sure everyone is they mental straight.
Right.
Because that's what's important right now in this time.
Yeah, man. Especially like I don't know when everything's gonna open up.
Yeah,
especially after like. You said what?
I said they just closed down, back stuff down. Like whatever they had rolling out, they kind of like, nah, let's chop that down. Everybody went to Florida, came back, put that joint back.
Yeah, it's going up. I saw that they had found like another swine flu type virus or something like that in China, and like they were talking about it had like same. I'm like, man, it's a lot of this stuff. And it's crazy to think because they be saying people like these are all man-made, like these things are coming out of labs.
I don't
Like
know.
a lot of that stuff, yeah, it's a lot of weird stuff that goes on. It's all about money though, with the
Definitely.
vaccines and everything.
It's just sad because it's like a lot of
You make
people
that
losing
vaccine,
lives and money.
right? Like these joints, you know what I mean? They call it like COVID-19, like it's like a laboratory virus. Like that,
Exactly.
like it's crazy. That shit is wild.
And to be honest, I haven't dug in too many research about it to even see that there's a
Yeah,
second one. It's kind of like I know that mad overwhelming because like
yeah, it just came out
we
today.
we barely kind of figuring this one out. I mean, we kind of got the mask, keep the distance, but like who knows
Right.
how this one is coming? Like who knows if this one not airborne and definitely keeping people in the crib. That's another thing I like, not like, but I felt as a positive coming from COVID was that it wasn't like it wasn't like no crazy like flesh eating zombie shit that like people really
Yeah,
had to like stay in the crib and really kind of like not had to come in contact with no one. We kind of still had like, but to even see that there's another one out, they could keep that all the way in China. Cause like,
that's yeah. We're gonna be inside for a lot, or just like social distancing for a long time. I think the people that like come up with like a lot of like the innovative inventions or like schemes and stuff that like work with all of that, we're gonna capitalize. And that's what I've been trying to like look into, like what are the new companies that are gonna be doing this and this and that. Because I think like by 2021, all transactions are gonna be like 85% are gonna be without human to human contact.
most
And
definitely,
then
I've seen a lot of like companies like integrate to like uh curbside pickup, contactless transactions, or like even like Shopify, like they switch their whole stuff up. So like now it's better for small businesses to kind of like get things done without having to be like without compromising too much on opening their stores and affecting the health of others. They could kind of like do curbside pickup or local deliveries rather than shipping. And I definitely like how people are going as far as like making sure to better people health.
mm-hmm. Yeah, this stuff it's gonna be here to stay for a good while. Like the kind of stuff habits we get into now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
respect it because as far as for me like ski like I like that it's e-commerce. So in a way, I get the shirts, people order, pack them up, ship them out. Not much contact, not much like a pop-up shop where like I gotta now focus on trying to keep people like distancing or trying
Mm-hmm.
to find a space where I can have people in there. I could kind of like now focus more on e-commerce part of it, focus more on the online marketing and stuff to get more people engaged with like my brand and stuff. Like soon, like real soon, maybe even like I have something planned like for tomorrow to get people more engaged with the brand where they don't really have to step outside or travel anywhere. They can kind of just do it on their phone, feel more engaged rather than compromising health as a business. Definitely want to keep
Right.
that in mind at all times.
No, I like that. That's
Yeah.
definitely way.
Oh yeah. What about you? What you got coming up? I know you said you got music dropping in a month. Anything outside of that you have coming up?
Um, I got like some merch and stuff. I probably not really gonna worry about that till like a little bit later.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but besides that, probably just some videos, like rapper wise. Um, that's what I'll be doing.
That's what's up. I've seen some videographers getting back in a bags again with shooting videos and stuff with artists. That's definitely still distancing and
Mhm.
creating at the same time. You don't gotta be all up on each other if anyone
Yeah,
is
just
came in contact with it, keeping it safe.
right. Just gotta be creative with like working with what we got. So
Yeah.
And that's the
And
best part. Like everybody's just getting creative with
exactly
everything. And I love it. It
how
really
people
makes me laugh.
mold, how this is like molding people to like think differently. Like our generation definitely has shifted our minds a whole bunch of times, just even before this. All the things that we've been through, this right here is like the top of it all, but we've been through a lot where it affected us in so many ways, that the way we do things, the way we think, the way we create business, the way we conversate, the way we conduct ourselves, especially even after now, like dapping people up, hugging people won't be the same. Going out
Oh
to
yeah.
restaurants and eating with your friends won't be the same. Like that stuff literally 6, 7 months ago was like mindless, and now everyone is like thinking 2, 3 times about it right before they step out of their house. So like
Definitely.
definitely a shift in
Yeah.
mentality.
The worst part is it was like getting to a point where it felt like we could go outside, and now like all this shit is spiked, and then it's like now we gotta
Yeah,
go back inside, and like I was like, damn, I was just getting used to like life being like somewhat like how it was, and now we
exactly.
gotta go back. Like that shit is kind of hard, like mentally, because I was kind
Yeah,
of like almost losing a scare. Like I wasn't scared of it as much, and now it's like, do I
exactly.
gotta like be scared about it? Like I don't know.
And the thing about it, when things were open up, in the back of my head, I was like, dang, I hope people don't take too much of advantage of it. Like, I understand people go and make their trip, make their move, whatever, but like, at least be mindful about it. But like, I was just reading, like, Governor Murphy just tweeted something about someone went to Florida, came back, gave like 5 of their roommates like the virus, and it's like, damn, like, it's literally just one person could ruin it. Like,
Yeah,
one person could just make that one slight move to the left, come back now everyone's sick again. So like
yeah. And those people
for my
can give it to 5 people too each, and just keep it
exactly.
going. So yeah, and, I don't know, maybe they'll have that vaccine pretty soon. I know they were like saying that
Yeah.
one's coming out. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Because the crazy thing about that is that they tested that on like South Africans or something that I've seen. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I hope they got tested on a whole bunch of other people first before I get that joint.
right. And like some time on it to see what happens too.
Definitely some time
Yeah,
because they sped it up. Usually the normal time to make a vaccine is usually longer than what it took for wherever they just conducted and tested on people now.
yeah,
So like hopefully this is something that don't have no after effects. That's what I fear is like, oh, you get this, you can't contract the virus, but like 2, 3 months later, you got something else from this vaccine, or like
mm-hmm.
you got some weird like bump on your shoulder or some shit that like you really got to now take a look at it. So like
Right.
that's how I think about things. Definitely try to stay safe, be mindful. I'll probably give it some time before I get that joint
Mm-hmm.
whenever they release it to the public.
Yeah.
Because even like
Nah, I agree.
NBA
Oh
coming up, they
yeah,
got those
NBA.
rings that could tell them they like body temperature and shit, and that's available for the public too. Them shits probably cost like thousands of dollars though to have something
Oh
like
yeah.
that on you.
I thought that was fake when I first saw it.
Yeah,
Like
and
it's
I
an
was like,
actual
I
thing.
guess that's how they doing it. I guess they're gonna be in like a bubble in Florida or like a
Yeah,
proximity. I
awesome.
don't know how they gonna do it.
It sounds like a lot. It sounds like they should kind of just cancel this shit because I don't think like a lot of people aren't gonna even be playing. And then they already got, I
Exactly.
think a lot of players already tested for it. And I don't know, like if it just keeps getting worse and like somebody really gets sick or like they gotta cancel it, it's gonna really look bad on the NBA. Like, is it needed right now? Like, do we gotta finish that shit
Exactly.
up? You know what
I'm
I
like
mean?
50-50 on it. I feel like for some people, people may need sports in their life as far as to kind of like mentally escape. And I know
Right, right.
on the other hand, is like we kind of don't need that distraction because we do have other issues that we need to, adjust and come
Mm-hmm.
forward to. So like I am definitely 50-50 on it, but at the same time, I mean, just got to go with the flow and see whatever they do. Because I think like 16 out of 306 players tested positive or something like that. I read.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
and the thing is, there's probably more than that. You know what I mean? Like that
exactly.
we don't even know about. And then they're about to go to Florida, which is on fire right now. Like,
Florida
so
and California.
it just seems like a bad combination. I feel like they're probably not even going to get it kicked off. Like, I think they have to the end of the month. I mean, let's see.
That's what I think.
If LeBron gets coronavirus, you could throw the season away.
Cancel it. Cancel it.
Adam
God
Silver's
forbid, but cancel it.
Yeah, the season's over.
Like, and like I know they in that bubble, they gonna be by themselves. Like Stephen A. Smith said, one of them gonna slide out that room to catch them. You know what I mean? And they gonna get
for 2 months.
contact.
Bro. They
Florida,
can't see their family for 2 months.
Family.
Like,
yeah, they was talking about they could bring their spouses, but where's y'all gonna stay in a hotel for 2 months versus where y'all was just at for the last 3-4 months, which was probably your house in like the hills or something. You gonna transfer to a hotel room? I don't think so.
It's just like a big compromise.
Safe to be smart about it.
Yeah, nah, I do too.
Cause UFC,
I wish it would come back, but before all this stuff, I was all for it. But now that I'm seeing like all this stuff, I just don't think in a month. I just feel like, especially like, where are the players now? You know, like
exactly.
They got a month to report to Florida. You know, like, and everything's spiking in all these places. Like somebody big's gonna get it, and then another person, and they're just gonna cut it down.
I feel like the teams that's really like a high seed, they might be more strict with it, and teams that's kind of like low seed might be like, whatever. We might not even make it either. Fuck it.
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's definitely what's going on. Yeah.
Cause UFC, they shit in, what was that, Florida too? They was fighting with no crowd.
Yeah, it looked kind of awkward.
I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast. They said that they was testing everyone, even the referees, the camera people, the judges, the players. They was pretty good and tight on that. I mean, that kind of worked well, but this is a 5-on-5 game.
I would, like, just thinking about playing, like,
exactly.
Everybody playing against you might think somebody has coronavirus. Like, I don't know. And then it's no crowd. Like, imagine them just hooping. It's like,
it's literally gonna look like summer league, but like with
it's like a scrimmage or some shit.
Yeah, going like summer league with high rated basketball players, like highly skilled veteran players. Like, it's just gonna be ball dribbling, yelling, people calling plays and shit.
They're gonna have to do something with the crowd.
Like, I mean,
they're gonna probably
like
put like something up, like an advertisement.
Yeah.
They're gonna put like an ad or something like that where the seats are.
Whatever they do, because when it's like end of July, they start July 30th, something like that.
Yeah.
They got some time, literally an entire month, to figure out what they want to do.
Yeah.
It's gonna be entertaining.
Are you celebrating? I was gonna say, you celebrating July 4th?
I'm gonna have to. Who was celebrating? Young Ma. Young Ma had got a Petty Wap 3. She said she's celebrating July 4th. She said mistake the fireworks for our independence or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't got work on July 4th. That's the only way I'm gonna celebrate it, is me just not going to work.
Right.
Might just chill back.
Yeah.
What about you?
I forgot it was July 4th this weekend until today, and I was just like, damn. I was like, shit, what?
The whole
I don't know. I was thinking about the
broke,
beach, but I feel like they telling us not to go to the beach, or they might be.
Yeah. I went to the beach, but I didn't go like on no like boardwalk. Like, I kind of was just chilling on the sand away from like the boardwalk, keeping a distance. Yeah. But like, I feel like right now it's the height for people to kind of really take their chance to go to the beach. Everyone probably trying to go do something right now because they notice that things are closing down. I feel like people definitely trying to make their move before Governor Murphy shut shit down again. People definitely gonna try to hit the beach up or something
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, for sure.
before that
I
shit.
think unless he says it like sometime this week beforehand. But if he didn't say it by now, I guess.
Yeah,
I saw the
what
Florida governor did, or some Florida, I was like a mayor or governor or something.
some last minute shit would definitely fuck people weekend.
Yeah.
They July 4th weekend. He come out like Friday and be like, yeah, and beaches are closed tomorrow. Like,
Nah, they'd
but I
have
feel
a
like the
fit.
way,
Those people, they would still go out there. Like I
yeah,
feel like all the white people, they would go out there and be like, nobody's removed.
I was
You know what I
talking
mean?
to somebody and they were saying that people were at the beaches prior to like him even announcing beaches were open. Like I was talking to somebody who like kind of I guess they have a house out there or they live out in that way, and they was already saying people was already kind of out there at the beach anyway before anyone even announced it. So it's like I don't know. People
Wait,
gonna
you
do
you like froze for a second, like all
cool.
right,
Shit. Yeah, the beach and shit. Yeah, I'm definitely stay away from that joint though. Um, and just being in a crib now, I kind of feel like I've been like studying my craft more and digesting more of like my inspirations, like entertainers and artists and shit. Like definitely like Gary Vee or like Jay-Z, Russ, Drake. Just realizing like just doing more studying, watching more videos, seeing how they maneuvering around with this. Everyone just
but
kind of like definitely keeping a distance, and there's people not dropping people on fire like Lil Baby right now. He on fire right now.
yeah,
Everything he
nah, you
touches
can't miss.
can't miss at all, at all, at all. Um, who I've recently just kind of started listening back to. Like I listen to him every day, but I definitely took his whole discography and started listening to him more. Kendrick Lamar. I was listening to Damn and To Pimp a Butterfly, like for like the past like 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Nipsey, both of them get me like perfectly back, like motivated, like back in my bag. Like if I'm ever feeling like I'm like having like a slow day or like I'm on like a creative, motivative block, I definitely press play on one of them when it comes to like trying to boost my morale back up. Any
Yeah.
artists in particular do that for you?
Yeah, I would say Kendrick. Now that you just said To Pimp a Butterfly, I forgot about that album. I gotta listen to
Mm-hmm.
that tonight. Now that I'm thinking about that, I need to actually write that down before I forget. But nah, I'll say him, Drake, like just like listen to him, especially talking like yeah, Nipsey, uh Jay-Z, like Kanye. Those like a lot of artists that I feel like they like motivate me to get on some, just like on a whole elevating yourself type of level
Oh
in
yeah.
different ways.
You heard Kanye new song that he just dropped with Travis Scott?
Nah, he dropped it today.
Yeah, he dropped it. I think it was today or like one of those. Everyone dropping their music at like 12 p.m. now. I think it was either like last night at 12 or he probably dropped it this morning. But I
Uh,
think it's called Blood on the Leaves or Blood on the Water. It's all right
you heard
as
it?
far as
Is
like the
that
last thing. I didn't listen to God is Good or what was that album he just dropped?
um
Kanye. God is
Jesus is
Christ.
God?
Jesus is God. Something like that.
Yeah,
I didn't listen
Jesus
to.
is
I listened to like one time, one listen. I didn't even give it any replay value. But compared to the recent stuff he's been dropping, this song is
mm,
pretty decent to me.
yeah,
Definitely check
I
that
think
out.
it's Jesus is Lord. I forget what it is, but I've been listening to that. I've listened to it like a few times. Like I like a couple songs on it. It was just like interesting to see his whole direction and everything that he's doing right
Yeah,
now. Like
exactly.
he's in a whole different headspace from
Yeah, whole
you know,
different. He just got that
yeah,
gap.
exactly.
You bet. I'm about to see if I can plug my joint up. This joint. But yeah, he had posted a big sign up in Chicago at the Gap he used to work at, like a big old poster, basically saying like, "This is the Gap I used to work at. I got a new collab coming on the way. Thank you, Chicago." I feel like that was pretty dope too.
Yeah, that's like perfect. He gonna take Gap to another level, kind of like how he did with what else he took? Um, Adidas. I feel like he took Adidas. He definitely took them like up.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
a few different
now they like right there with Nike and shit.
Right.
If not, probably depending on sales and shit, probably higher than Nike. Because when all the
They
Ultra
definitely
Boost and
caught
the
up.
Yeezys and shit was out,
Yeah.
Adidas was at its peak.
Yeah,
Gap, I feel
caught up.
like caught a good collaboration. Because if
Yeah,
they was
because he
like
makes kind of like Gap clothing, you know,
exactly like that basic
and they
essential
just
stuff.
Yeah, exactly, and they just missing like him to like make it a little bit cooler, like and just like, and he's definitely gonna take it to another level. Hopefully the prices aren't like super crazy.
I feel like they are though. I
You
feel like
think they're gonna
if
be?
it wasn't him and if it wasn't expensive, then it just doesn't. It didn't make sense. I feel like he definitely gonna have some jeans in there that's like 150, 250.
Yeah,
But
that wouldn't
I
be
don't
too
know.
crazy though. I wouldn't think
Yeah,
that'd be cool. I feel like it'd be cool. You had that, and then you know what I mean, other stuff too.
yeah, like some simple stuff. I feel that because companies that was like falling under, whoever is grabbing them like collaborations like Gap, I know who if they was falling under, whenever this line drop, it's gonna bring their revenue right back up.
Oh yeah, the
Because
stock
a lot
probably
of
went up and
businesses is
everything.
definitely bankrupt and shit. Whoever saved a dollar for this point to make a right business move,
Yeah.
because that's a good business move for them, most definitely. I could definitely see that being a good turnout in revenue because it's multi-year.
Oh yeah.
And people gonna be wearing Adidas and Gap all 2021, 2022.
Yeah. Nah, he got that shit on lock.
Most definitely. But before we wrap up, anything you wanted to bring up or anything that's on your mind that you feel like you've been wanting to put out to the public or anything?
I'll say to the public, you know, just in these times, just like use the time wisely, to just find yourself and what you want to do, what makes you happy, and kind of stick to that. And like definitely, I mean, just use it as a blessing, really. Anyone who came out of this like better did it right, you know, and you don't want to be on the other end of it being like, I use this time and it brought me back, or I started drinking more, doing this and that. Like, use it to your advantage, because we're all kind of like, you know, everyone's kind of all chilling out, so it's like we all gotta the playing field is very level in a lot of aspects, and in a lot of different spaces as well. And there's a lot of little like niche avenues and things that are creeping up, and those that are like proactive to those type of ventures are gonna capitalize and make a lot of money. And this is like kind of like a little gold rush that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be more online than anything. Yeah, but yeah. So like those who find that stuff and is just staying, you know, like having conversations like what me and you were doing. Make sure you're talking with people who are like thinking progressively and like just challenging you and in every different way. And yeah, exactly. Like picking your brain and stuff. So yeah, just healthy conversations, proactive progressiveness, all that stuff. So
one thing for me that kind of like I've picked up on more, just even with the whole quarantine thing, was meditating more consistently and frequently. You know, being more like balancing and grounding myself before I head out for the day or right after I come in from the long day, just to kind of like decompress my my mental, just to kind of like, cause all was going on outside. You come back home, you kind of still got a little bit of the outside if you scrolling on your phone. So just to kind of like wake up and meditate is definitely one recommendation and one thing that I can say that I would definitely advise people to add into like their rotation of their day, whatever their morning routine is. If you can find like some time just to catch a breather, and just to keep your head leveled out, is definitely my advice to all of those people watching.
That was definitely a good idea.
But word, bro, it's a pleasure speaking to you, bro.
Yeah,
Hope you
man.
stay safe. I'm definitely gonna be watching out for any new releases as far as merchandise or music coming from you. Definitely a fan, and I appreciate the call, bro. Most definitely.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate you having me, man. Let's have more convos like this too. And like maybe we have one where we bring like a couple other heads on and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, most
And
definitely.
get that moving too. But I like this, man. This is a great idea.
Definitely, I appreciate it. We could definitely link up, talk more about it.